their name. 1, 2, 3. May they rest in peace. We invoke their names as we begin this rally because we have lost far too many people, not just to COVID, but to government malpractice. From the likes of Boris Johnson and Matt Hancock, and we scream the names of our dead to remind us of the human cost, the devastating consequences of these sins of government when we have people in charge of our health who couldn't care less about it. All of these sins of government, these sins of government were many over the last 13 years. 300,000 dead from austerity, 200,000 dead from COVID, the first reduction in our life expectancy in over 100 years, and that was before the pandemic. They stole $400 billion with a B from NHS budgets. They left us with 135,000 staff vacancies. Staff are hemorrhaging right now, leaving in droves. They've eliminated 20,000 hospital beds and closed countless A&E departments. They engineered the worst A&E and cancer waiting times in NHS history. And now the horrific stat, 500 people are dying every single week. That's 5 Hillsborough disasters every single week from delays accessing NHS emergency care. Shame. Just gonna speed up a little bit. When the Conservatives came to power, they inherited the #1 healthcare system on the planet. Okay? 10 years ago, the NHS was the best healthcare system on the planet. The NHS model was the smartest and most cost-effective. And after record funding from Labour, you could see your GP in 48 hours, your A&E visit would be sorted under 4 hours, and you get a specialist referral really quickly. The Tories inherited the best healthcare system on the planet. And look what they've done. We're now performing among the worst in Europe, all because they want to push more people into private healthcare. Okay? Well, I don't know about you, and I'm from the United States, the land of private healthcare, the land of tens of millions without health insurance, the land of having to show a credit card before you get care, a land where 500,000 Americans have to declare bankruptcy every single year. It's horrific. Now, sorry. Thank you. So, the NHS model is the right way to deliver health care. When cared for properly by a government that values your health, it achieves the absolute best outcomes and saves taxpayers the most money. It's worth protecting, it's worth fighting for. So I ask you this question. When our government threatens your health, are you just going to sit back, lie back, take it for Britain? Or are you going to fight back and say no? Do you allow them to assault you and your family, or do you say enough is enough? I pledge to you today on behalf of the SOS NHS Coalition that we will not rest until all of our patients are safe. We will not rest until our professions are safe. We will not rest until our NHS is safe. Thank you for coming today. We have an incredible lineup of speakers in solidarity for all who are trying to make this country a better place. Thank you. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. So, we are hugely honored to have a great friend of the NHS, Mr. Rob Delaney.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Great to see you. How you doing, everybody? You doing all right? Good. I'm on a fire truck. That's all I want to talk about now. Imagine if they pulled up in this and just yelled at your fire. I can't stay for that long because I've actually been asked to host Match of the Day later. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hey, listen. When Nye Bevan... Wait a second, I'm getting a phone call. Sorry, I apologize. Are you serious? Okay. They don't want me to host Match of the Day anymore because they heard that I'm here supporting the NHS! Give me a break! That was just a little bit of play acting, guys. That wasn't real. It's great to be here. People from entertainment like me need to come here and do these things. I think they don't realize how fun this is to be with people who care so passionately. I'm not wasting my Saturday. There's nothing I'd rather do than be with you people. I'm so grateful to the NHS. I moved here 9 years ago with my family after almost 4 decades of getting my health care in the United States. And healthcare in the United States is great if you can get it. But they have a massive barrier set up between you and your care that has nothing to do with medicine. It's just these for-profit private health insurance companies. And so we were stunned when we came here and were registered with our local GP and didn't have to pay and were getting prescriptions and getting good care promptly, and it was amazing. And then our youngest son at the time, Henry, was diagnosed with a brain tumor. And that's when we really discovered how amazing the NHS is, because the care that my son and my family got from the NHS was just unbelievable. It was truly unbelievable. And because of the way that the NHS has started, the flame, the purity of what the NHS is, and how it's free at point of use, and how there is no barrier, no for-profit barrier between you and your care, we didn't spend a minute on the phone with people from health insurance companies saying you can't get that MRI, we don't approve that drug. So we had so much more time with our son before the brain tumor that he had came back and killed him. So I know that the people that I love are gonna die. You guys might know that on paper. Some of you know it in real life, but some people, I saw it happen. I held my son's body in my arms, and the care that he got, I think there was about 13 nurses at his memorial from the Whittington and from Great Ormond Street, which is right around the corner here. And I was saying to somebody earlier, I miss all the time that I got to spend with nurses. The circumstances were awful, but I had such a wonderful time being around people who are not heroes. Nurses aren't heroes. That's what the government calls people when they don't want to pay them. Nurses are very skilled professionals. It's a unique career because it's a union of passion and skill. They're amazing people, and I miss being around them all the time. So I have to find a way to hang out with nurses more that's not under such sad circumstances. So thank you. Thank you to every nurse. Thank you to every porter. Thank you to people who empty the trash from the bins in the rooms. Every NHS worker. Thank you to the junior doctors, who you can damn well bet I'll be supporting next week. And thank you to everyone here. I greatly appreciate you, and have a wonderful day. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Rob. And next we've got Kat Hobbs, who's the director of a brilliant organisation called We Own It.
Thank you. Who's NHS?
Our NHS!
Who's NHS?
Our NHS!
Who's NHS?
Our NHS!
We Own It campaigns for public services for people, not profit. And we are so proud to be here today as part of the SOS NHS Coalition. As SOS NHS says, the truth is this government wants the NHS to fail. And that's what Noam Chomsky has said too. I'm sure many of you will know this quote. He says that's the standard technique of privatisation. Defund, make sure things don't work, people get angry, then you hand it over to private capital. And you are here today because you will not let that happen. You're here because you know that our NHS has been built with love and care and compassion by staff who should be valued.
Yes.
You're here because you will not see our NHS turned into an American-style system with American-style deaths and people going bankrupt. You're here because you know it's not a market. Our NHS is not a profit-making opportunity. Our NHS does not have a for sale sign around its neck. In fact, our NHS is the most civilised thing that this country has ever invented. You're here today because you want it properly funded and reinstated as a fully public service. And so, by the way, does the British public as a whole, including Conservative voters. And you're here because you want to take action. So I've got 3 actions for you today after you've taken action on this march. Number 1, spread the word about SOS NHS. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbours, tell your colleagues. Let them know about this movement. Number 2, join Keep Our NHS Public, who organised this march here today. if you haven't already. Sign up, donate, and join a Keep Our NHS Public group. Number 3, take action with We Own It next week. Go to weownit.org.uk. The Labour Party has a policy process happening next week, and there is a deadline. And we want to tell them, because our priority before the next election is only one thing. We want Wes Streeting and Keir Starmer to commit to reinstating our NHS as a fully public service. Sign up and take action. Our NHS belongs to you and me and all of us. We own it. We won't let it fail.
Thank you, Kat. And next, we're so pleased to have John McDonnell, MP for Hayes and Arlington, and a staunch supporter of the NHS and its staff.
Let's be clear. I'm a Labour MP to speak up for the NHS in Parliament. I'm a Labour MP to be on picket lines, on demonstrations where we're needed. 13 years of austerity, 140,000 NHS staff vacancies, nearly 50,000 nurse vacancies. This isn't neglect by the Tories. This is a plan to scrap the NHS, to hand it over to the insurance companies and to pass the profits to their friends. This is a plot to destroy the NHS. So that's why we're here. We're here to tell them in our mass numbers, we will not allow them to destroy our NHS. We're here to say, save our NHS, pay the staff, invest in the NHS, make sure we end the waiting list, make sure that people are treated. We're here in absolute solidarity because these Tories aim to destroy and take away everything we've built up over generations. Are we going to allow that to happen? No! We're going to be in their faces today and all the way up to a general election because we're going to expose what they're doing and oppose what they're doing. Final point, solidarity to Gary Lineker. Stand with him. And on every demonstration, look at the NHS. The NHS, the workers in the NHS have come from all over the world. We're a multicultural NHS. So let me say this to the racists in the Tory party. Asylum seekers are welcome here. Solidarity.
Thank you, John. Next up, we're so pleased to have Claire Goodwin-Fee, who is the founder of a brilliant organisation called Frontline 19, which offers emotional support to NHS and frontline workers.
The NHS is the very best of us. Who agrees? It's the heartbeat of the UK and its people. Who agrees? Who wants to see it saved and doesn't want it privatised? We agree.